Welcome back everyone, I'm Halo Reach Tutor with a very special gameplay video. Today I'm on Breakpoint, which is an all-new map from the Noble Pack DLC. I'm playing one flag, capture the flag, and because this always turns into a long gameplay whenever you're playing one flag, I'm going to fast forward past this first section when we were unsuccessfully attempting to capture the flag. I do want to fast forward past this part, but I do want to show it to you because you still can pick up a lot of things like where the vehicles are and maybe make yourself a little more familiar with the layout of the map. I run down to the bottom center here where the Wraith spawns, and I'm able to pick up a double kill here and a killing spree before somebody catches up and finishes me off. Now back on the other side of the map, you can go through this tunnel, which is large enough to drive any vehicle through. That's the direction that most of the gameplay is going to occur throughout this video, because the blue team's spawning out on the front yard and the red team is over here in the backyard, and basically the flag's in between, and we're trying to run back and forth to haul the flag back to our side. And as I mentioned, we are going to be unsuccessful this first go around, but we will be successful in accomplishing that a little bit later, so I'm going to go at regular speed in just a minute here. I come back, I'm able to pick up the Wraith once more, but I'm very concerned about the Banshees. There are multiple Banshees on this map, and so I'm really trying to worry about him. I don't want him dive bombing me, and before you know it, the time's run out on us and we are unable to capture the flag. One thing I'll mention about this map is that it's extremely large. I'm not sure really if I think it's intended really truly for invasion, but I'm not sure. Here I gotta cycle through a couple players to get to me. This is me. I'm driving the Warthog here. I think that 6-on-6 is pretty good for this map, but it could certainly handle an 8-on-8 gameplay. I rushed over to the other side because a lot of times when you're playing capture the flag, you tend to play very defensively and you hang back at the flag, but a lot of times you just end up being a sitting duck, so sometimes it's nice to be a little proactive and try to rush out to the opponent's side of the map and do a little damage if you can. I've got a pretty good gunner here. I fall back, we're able to get several kills on the other side of the map, come back to the flag and continue to go on our little spree here. I'm going to get a wheelman spree before too long. I did mention the Banshees before. They can be very problematic, especially if one team manages to pick up both of the Banshees. That becomes really frustrating, so you do need to be careful about the Banshees. This is a very aerial map. There's going to be a lot of aerial fighting going on between the Banshees, and then also when you drive up on the ridge in the center of the map, you're up very high. There's my wheelman spree. Now I got pretty frustrated with Anna right here. It's obvious there's a guy with active camo standing right next to us and he would not shoot at him. I was honking my horn and yelling at him and he didn't he didn't shoot, and it kind of frustrated me, and look, he gets assassinated to boot. So anytime you guys are driving in the Warthog, if you see that active camo radar scramble right around you, just start shooting. You know, you got tons of ammunition, just start shooting. You'll probably find him pretty quickly and you can finish him off. So here we are in the backyard just trying to defend the flag. The red team's going to try to carry it through here. They're coming across with a Wraith, so I'm going to stay out of the way. But the map basically makes a large circle, and inside the circle on this side there's this hub building. There's the ridge in the middle. Then back on the other side in the backyard, there's also a research facility building. And so this large road that loops around the map encompasses all those structures. Now outside that road, there's still a lot of stuff going on, especially in the backyard. There's a couple large structures, some hangars and so forth, which is kind of near to where I am now. Also on the other side in the front yard, there's like a large great glacier shelf where I spawned last game and where the red team is spawning right now. And so that's kind of the layout of the map. It's very vehicle dominant. There's ghosts, banshees, wraiths, and warthogs, and they're all respawning at a very high rate right now. Bungie may be experimenting with a few things. They may change the weapons and the vehicle loadouts and everything else down the road. But currently there's tons of vehicles, tons of power weapons. It's very chaotic, especially when you only have 6 on 6. There's just pretty much no excuse not to have a vehicle or a power weapon at all times because there's so much of them. So it's very frenetic gameplay, which is a lot of fun, but you just got to keep that in mind. If you're going around with an assault rifle and a pistol, you're not going to get a lot accomplished because your opponents are bound to have vehicles and power weapons and the rest. So we successfully defend the flag here. We're going to go back on the offense, and we are going to be victorious this time around. Now I will point out that the theater was doing something very unusual. Whenever it scoped into a new game, it always threw my perspective over to the red side. And I don't know why it was doing that, because as you can see clearly by my tag, this is me on the blue side. So it just took me a couple seconds to cycle through to my player, but this is me. And I'm going to jet directly for the Wraith and use it to provide some support to my teammates while we successfully capture the flag this time around. Now, I'll point out that most of my videos revolve around Slayer games. I do play a lot of Slayer. It's my favorite game type to play. I do love to play objective game types, though. I don't post a lot of objective game play videos because it's very difficult to illustrate what's going on in an objective game because you're working together as a team. It's very, everyone's input is absolutely critical in an objective game. It's never just one guy. And so it's very difficult to illustrate that in a video. You got to be switching from one player to another all the time, or you have to have like a third camera angle and use a third camera to see what's going on. And anyway, it's all just very complicated to show objective games, so I don't really show them very often. Although I just want you to know that I absolutely love playing them. I have a lot of fun. I play them quite a bit. And here I'm going to use the Wraith, as I mentioned, to basically keep the red team on their heels while Emil, my good friend here, pushes the flag back towards our base. And I'm going to just continue to give him cover with the Wraith. I get 2 triple kills in a row. Of course, that's nothing to brag about, really. The Wraith's a very powerful vehicle. But as my friend Emil continues to push the flag back to our base, I'm going to continue to keep the red team on their heels, pushing them back. And I am going to earn a killing frenzy here before it's all said and done and before we capture the flag. Okay, I'll take this opportunity to mention that I did upload a map tour, a walkthrough guide of Breakpoint, so you guys can check that out. I identified all the key areas in the map, how to get around, where the vehicles spawn, where the weapons spawn, how to move around efficiently from one area of the map to another, and even how to access some difficult places. So check that walkthrough out. I think you'll find that it's very helpful. Again, here, I don't know what happened. It starts me off over on the red side. I got to cycle through to myself on the blue side, but here I am driving the Warthog. But back to that walkthrough guide. Check it out. I think that you'll really like that. Let me know what you think, and I might do it for some of the other maps in the DLC as well. I'll just take a moment here also to emphasize that this isn't necessarily like the best game I've ever had. I didn't put this up to demonstrate the best gameplay you're ever going to see, but I did want to show you some real live action here on Breakpoint so that maybe you can use this gameplay along with the map guide that I gave you. If you watch both those videos, I think you'll have a pretty good idea what Breakpoint is about and maybe develop a couple strategies for how to play effectively on this map, whether it's an objective game or whether it's a Slayer game. So, I mean, I think I went plus 20 something on my KD spread here. I did pretty well, but of course during an objective game that's not hard to do. But I wasn't really trying to demonstrate that I really had an unbelievable game here, except for that, you could see the map in action here and maybe get a good idea of how you would approach things on this map yourself. Well, I want to thank y'all for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please take a moment to subscribe if you have not done so already. I'd love it if you'd left a comment on this video or on my channel. Please check out my other videos. I have a lot of videos that I'm very proud of. Please leave a comment and give a thumb up before you go. I'll see you next time.